And on top of all that, I'm trying to make this video because I said I was going to make more of consistent video content, and I am serious about that despite, not being able to churn stuff out every day like I would like to. I really want to keep this skill going, if nothing else. Am I doing too much? That's a question I ask myself a lot. And a few weeks ago, about a month ago, when I was making these videos constantly, more regularly than I am now, I was underemployed, and everything that I was trying to do, I was really struggling to get it off the ground. And this happens to me a lot. The freelance world does this to you. You get a big push of business, and then it comes back, and then you have nothing to do, and then all of a sudden you're really busy again. So I had not a lot to do for quite a while, and it was really stressing me out, honestly. I get more stressed for some reason whenever I'm not busy than when I am. Then all of a sudden my desk started piling up, my mail pile started piling up, my book pile and my to-do list and my calendar all started filling up. And it was like, holy crap, now I have all of this stuff to do. I started taking on more hours at the bookstore that I work at. I got hired as a marketing director for a local radio station. I started volunteering on the board of directors at the Winkler Gallery on the marketing committee doing their website. I started doing the website for a local coffee roaster that I really, really like called Age's Coffee House. I started doing more Sideline Pictures content. I started doing an animation for our friend. I have this big commercial shoot coming up that may or may not be happening, but nevertheless, there's a lot of planning that goes on for it. There are these musicians that I worked out with before that are now reaching out, wanting to do new music videos, and I'm trying to allow myself to do those, even though I'm not sure I can add those to my plate right now. I'm trying to read more books. I'm trying to write book reviews. I'm trying to write a book. And all of this is happening, and I'm trying to not burn myself out. I'm trying to keep a decent relationships with my friends and family and my girlfriend. And on top of all that, I'm trying to make this video because I said I was going to make more of consistent video content, and I am serious about that despite, not being able to churn stuff out every day like I would like to. I really want to keep this skill going, if nothing else. Even if 0 people are watching, although there are a few of you watching, this is just helpful for me to kind of vent to the camera about what's going on and kind of share anything that I'm learning in day-to-day interactions. So the way that I've been dealing with this, I had a really good conversation with my therapist last week about all of this stuff that's going on, and we've talked about this before because before I've had a bunch of stuff pile on and then get totally burnt out, and then I dive into a depression and basically finish every project that I have that I'm accountable to other people for, and just quit all the ones that I'm only accountable to myself for. This time I've been using this app called Todoist. Let me see if I can bring it up here. My boss showed me this app called Todoist. Let's see if it'll focus on there. Will it? There you go. And on this app, normally when you open it up, today's to-do list. So basically, the cool thing about this is that I put everything into this list, which is no different than doing the note cards that I used to do or Trello that I did for a while. But the thing with Todoist is it allows me to not focus on anything that is not immediate. Like, I add a time to every single thing that I put in, so I know in the future at some point that thing is going to pop up on my app, and it's going to say, hey, you need to do this today. If I don't have time to do that day, then I can push it back to another day. I usually keep track of things that have specific deadlines, and those things obviously take priority over all of these other things that are coming up, which is why I haven't been able to make as many videos, because I've been trying to keep up with deadlines that I've told people I was going to keep, and I have been at least mostly keeping those. And the cool thing about it is it gives you that peace of mind, and I would really recommend people try this if they are. This is not like a commercial for Todoist. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. It really, really helps though, because now I think in there have 50 or 60 different tasks that I have to tackle in the next couple of weeks, but only maybe 7 to 10 to, on my busy days, 14 to 20 of them show up at a time. And I literally just don't have to worry about any of the other ones. And if it's too much for me to handle in that day, if new stuff pops up that I have to get done right now, then I can just swipe the other way and it'll give me some options. It'll give me a suggestion on when it thinks that I should try to push that to. It can push it to tomorrow, it can push it to a week from now, and it can let you set like a custom date. But usually I just end up pushing it tomorrow, and then, you know, I try just not to do that too much. And it just works like crazy well. It's crazy how much it allows me to make this stressful kind of constantly working on a million things at once relatively sustainable. And that's what it's all about. I'll do my best to manage this as a balancing act, but I really want to keep making these videos, like I said, but I just wanted to kind of give some insight into that about like how I hate saying that I'm busy. That's something I learned a long time ago. One of my mentors said, never say you're busy, otherwise there's a mindset that goes along with that. Because once you start saying, oh, I'm too busy, then you start just stressing yourself out despite, you know, not having as much stuff as you might think. You might have literally nothing going on, but if you tell everyone that you're busy and you feel like you're busy, then you're going to be stressed out constantly. On the other hand, you could be like Elon Musk that is running 3 of the world's biggest or most innovative companies, and I'm sure he manages his stress a lot better because he is able to prioritize what matters in the moment. You know, the only thing that matters when it comes to being busy is how much time you're willing to dedicate to getting stuff done. And really, it's all about that. It's all about balancing and prioritizing. So you need to understand that the same things that are important are not urgent, and things that are urgent have different levels of urgency. It's just fun to be busy for me. So if you're like me and you enjoy doing a lot of stuff, you might get distracted pretty easily when you're on the computer. I have kind of like an attention deficit type of personality, if you can't tell, and I end up doing a ton of stuff at once. And the biggest hindrance to getting stuff actually done is when I can easily just go over to Facebook and start scrolling forever. I actually made some videos about whether or not you're a social media addict and how to get over it if you are, because I feel like I definitely struggle with that. But one of the tools that I can highly recommend, which I am an affiliate with them, but it's because I use them every single day, is Cold Turkey. It's an app that you can download on Mac or PC, I believe. I use it on Mac, so I know it works there. And it will allow you to block certain websites for a period of time. And it's not like a lot of things where it's so easy to just go and click out of it and be like, oh, close it, and then it no longer is blocking those websites. Or like I used to turn off my internet and then I could easily just turn it back on. This is very difficult to turn off, and it's possible, but it's so difficult that it almost makes you not want to turn it off. And also there's another app by Cold Turkey called Cold Turkey Writer, and I use this daily to do my daily writing because it will lock you out of everything on your computer except a white screen with a little progress bar on the top, and you say, I want to write 1,000 words, and it will not let you out of that program until you write 1,000 words. Even if you try to turn off your computer, unless you literally unplug it, it will not let you shut down your computer. So this thing is like super, focused. It feels like having a typewriter because your computer becomes literally a one utility device for the allotted amount of time or allotted amount of typing. So those are all some productivity stuff, and how I know that I'm not too busy even though I have way too much stuff, or a lot. I shouldn't say too much, I just have a lot going on. And I will see you in the next video. I think I'm going to do some videos reviewing some of the books or talking about some of the books that I've recently read. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.